Alright, so you know Lil Boosie and T.I., they had a project coming out. Boosie moved to Atlanta. Yeah, I mean, it looked like they was hanging out a little bit, you know what I'm saying, building a nice little rapport. They was about to drop a project. And then that shit all went downhill. T.I. was on a podcast talking about a situation that happened probably like 20 years ago with him and his cousin, and they got pulled over, and they had to strap in the whip, and they both got charged for the joint, and his cousin ended up dying, and you know he said his cousin came to him in a dream or whatever, boom 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 boom.
That's what he came to him at his
Yeah,
dream.
and it told him like, nigga, if shit, nigga, put all that shit on me, nigga. If you could do that, hell yeah. So, they asked Boosie about it. Vlad TV asked Boosie about the shit, and man, you know that nigga, he ain't hold no punches. He like, if that shit is true, that nigga a rat. That shit was heavy though. And then he said he ain't dropping the project. And, you know, basically, with all that being said, fuck the friendship. You know, they sons hang out, all that. Yeah. What you think about that?
Man, let's cut it out, man. Let's cut the games.
Yeah.
First and foremost, everything that these rappers do be calculated in about money.
That's a fact.
There's no lie. It might not even have been no project. They might not even put out a single damn verse of music together. They might not have even been in the studio together. They might have sat up on the phone and came up with this. Then guess what? Now motherfuckers talking about him. T.I. came out with his little song, and Boosie will come out with something, and motherfuckers be buying that. Man, listen. Cut the games, man. Cut the fucking games. Hey, man. A nigga can't tell 20 minutes ago, and the streets don't know it. T.I. did this 20 years ago. Boosie moved all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to Atlanta, and he don't know it. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. This is the streets. Real street niggas know that don't fly like that.
Right.
Fuck you mean? 20 years ago and I didn't know. Man, get the fuck out of here. Boosie knew it. Everybody knew it. Fuck all the games.
But you know, I think niggas is too hard. That's just my opinion. I think niggas is too motherfucking hard. Cause let me tell you something, right? Unless it's some shit like rape, pedophilia, or some shit like that, and you know, let's say, you know, we catch a charge and we both book for the same thing, nigga, and I end up dying, nigga. If you don't put all that shit on me, nigga,
man, here goes something, man. Football folks think about. You use the term too hard.
Yeah.
Listen, ain't no such thing as too hard.
Yes,
listen,
it is.
No, it's not. Listen, either you hard or you ain't. Ain't no such thing as a little lie. Ain't no such thing as a big lie. It's just a lie.
What about trying to be?
That's what it is. See, them niggas is trying to be something that they're not. Because listen, you ain't got to go through all that. All the motherfucking shenanigans. I ain't dropping the record. This niggas is snitching. Man, cut the games, man.
They ain't even in that lane no more. Like,
my son and your son hanging together. That means I done moved to Atlanta, your city, where, listen, fuck all the games. You motherfuckers can make up whatever they want to make up and think about whatever they want to think. Listen to this here. Ain't nobody bigger than T.I. in Atlanta.
Right.
Not in Atlanta, not in the A. Now, there's some niggas who been had their time or whatever, but ain't nobody bigger than that nigga in Atlanta.
Facts.
On that scene, in that music industry, whatever, nobody's, not Jermaine Dupri after all the hits he made, guess what? He no longer relevant. Motherfucking Ludacris, them niggas ain't relevant no more. T.I. still relevant, and he's the biggest name in Atlanta.
Facts.
Plain and simple. So you telling me you done moved to this nigga city, because that's what it is, his city. You done moved to his city, and you ain't know that this nigga did this? You done, y'all bumping elbows and kicking it and going out to motherfucking Kentucky Fried Chicken and ordering the motherfucking 6-piece with the motherfucking biscuit, and you telling me you didn't know this nigga did this?
But see, that's what he was saying, though. That's what he was saying. He was like, and then he said this, right? He said, you know what? I think T.I. was motherfucking lying.
You know what? This no lie. Since he said that, My name is Eric Winfrey. I am Oprah Winfrey's nephew. How you doing, Auntie Oprah? I just wanted to introduce myself. See, a mouth can say any motherfucking thing it want to say.
No doubt.
What the fuck you mean he didn't know? And man, get the fuck out of here.
No doubt.
Man, come the fuck on, man. You knew that shit is not, that's common knowledge down in Atlanta. You can't go to no nigga city and not know what the fuck a nigga done.
But what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts though? Like in that situation, if you was in that situation.
If I'm in the situation, listen, man. Everybody got to move how they move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Down in the yo. He did the same thing. He put a motherfucking case. What happened was shit. And this is a true story. The motherfucker rolled down on the motherfucking priest by accident. Some niggas rolled down on a priest, gunning, killing.
Trying to rob him?
No, thinking it's another nigga. The priest got the same car as this nigga. These niggas rolled down and killed this motherfucking priest. Main man knew about it. The one of the motherfuckers that did it, he died. So when the police came to him offering the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, you know, main man, now my man's, he booked for something, dope case, couple other different things and shit, you know what I'm saying? So what do? He tell them, well, listen, man, I got information on that murder. I can tell you who did it, where they did it, da-da-da-da-da. The police like, okay, we'll take off this, and this. He told on the dead motherfucker. He did the exact same thing T.I. did.
No doubt.
Guess what? I'm not going to put his name out there because, you know, like I said, I ain't talked to him to, you know, to be, you know.
Is that snitching?
I don't know what the fuck it is. It ain't what
Are you a rat?
It ain't what I do. Now, what he did is what he felt comfortable doing. What I do know is this here. Listen. What we supposed to say to him? Now, you had the option of not fucking with him, motherfucker. See, I have that option. I know what he did, so I know that it is here. If it ain't snitching to me, it may not be snitching to me. It may not be snitching to you. It may be snitching to some other motherfuckers. What I do know is this here. For me, it's too close to snitching. You know, if there's a line that you can cross over into snitching, he right on that motherfucker. So my thing is, my thoughts would always be, well, if you did that, what else would you do?
You know, Birdman. Birdman's brother
did the same shit.
He did the same thing.
You know, so listen, Birdman said I don't fuck with him because now see, what ain't nobody saying is this here. See, I know why Birdman ain't fucking with his brother.
Right. See,
Birdman ain't fucking with his brother because guess what? Birdman brother and Birdman and them done some shit that ain't got no statutes and limitations. Birdman scared to death that nigga might say something. Because listen, you know, Birdman had hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, he got no motherfucking millions. He got no motherfucking couple dollars. This nigga got hundreds of millions of dollars. And he like, shit, this nigga can sink the boat. So he didn't put his distances forward. He didn't put as much distance between him and that nigga as he possibly can. Because he realized the same way I realized it. Listen, man, if this ain't snitching, it's so close to snitching that I got to stay the fuck away from it. Because now my question is, because the question gonna have to be asked, okay, well, if them circumstances arose and them circumstances made you do what you did, is the next set of circumstances gonna make you tell outright? Because you flirting with telling. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather told me years ago, you know what I'm saying? He told me this about women. He said, if a bitch winks, she a fuck. But goddamn, nigga, you sure as hell winking at that motherfucking telling. If you ain't doing nothing else, boy, you winking like a motherfucker at telling. If you ain't telling, you sure as hell winking at it.
I mean, I get it.
So, you know, me personally, you know, it ain't something that I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blaming nothing on no motherfucking body that's gotta eat it.
But I know, as you know, for the record, for me, if any one of my niggas, if it's that situation, nigga, you better put all that shit on me. If you don't,
you a damn
nigga,
fool.
you's a motherfucking fool.
You know, I mean, but you know, at the same time, it's not something that I would do. But at the same time, like from heaven, hell, whatever the fuck I end up at or whatever, I wouldn't be mad at no nigga for doing it.
Right.
Like, yeah, fucking, he did it.
These niggas be out here fucking with faggots. These niggas that be out here, but real snitches. Motherfuckers that be lining shit up.
Man.
You know?
So you know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker did it, he did it, you know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, I'm in the streets. And you know what I'm saying? I've been in the streets all my life, so you know I live by certain codes. Now,
no doubt.
It's too close. It's too close to snitching for me.
But what you those codes? Hold on.